I met a gypsy.
How did the end sort of come about?
It kind of, well, so when I crashed, like I said, when I was pretty over it after my back and my pelvis and everything else I broke, I was like, at that point, I was like, okay, the end is coming for sure. Like I know it's near, but like at that point, like once I kind of went through the motions of that, I was like, all right, like if I quit now, I feel like I'm quitting. I'm not retiring. Like the sport took me out. I want to go out on my own terms. So I wanted to do one more year just to kind of make sure that was the right decision for me. And, but then again, to sign up for another 30 races is a lot to take on, but I was like, screw it. I have to do it. And then like 2019, the beginning of 2019, I got that 450L that I built. And I was like, when I was hurt, all I would do is watch vlogs and watch YouTube, and I'm super into cars, so I'd always watch on the car side of things. I was like, well, why can't I do this like for moto? I want to kind of see what it's like if we can grow an audience through moto. And so when I got that L, I was like, I'm going to do it with this bike. Like it's brand new. There's a bunch of hype around it already. Like, it'll, kind of maybe Honda will pat me on the back for building this thing, and we can kind of form a relationship, and I can take this into my next chapter in life. Cause I was already kind of thinking about retiring at that point, and I wasn't for sure.
Even before the crash?
No, this was after. This was the beginning of last year in 2019.
Yeah.
So I was like, kind of had some ideas that I was playing with. It wasn't a for sure thing. I knew I was going to have to cross that bridge eventually of like, you make a ton of money riding when you're a factory racer. Like eventually it's going to stop. Like, is it going to stop now or is it going to stop later? Eventually I'm going to have to cross the bridge. So I'm just going to do it now, I guess.
Yeah.
And I wanted to kind of have a platform underneath me. So I kind of was doing it while I was racing, like introducing the YouTube build type thing while I was racing. And I got a lot of positivity out of it, like from fans and from sponsors and people that were just like stoked, because it was something new to our industry, really. Like, at least from somebody that was current and racing and relevant as a factory racer. So that kind of set things in motion. And then when I remember, like, I don't remember the exact timeline of everything, but I remember it was Indy last 2019. I remember being on the track, and like, I remember somebody telling me, like, this was years and years and years ago. I think it was like, I don't remember what racer it was. It's like, yeah, like when I knew one night when I went to go race that like, that was it. Like, that's all. I don't want to do this anymore. And I remember having that feeling, like when I pulled off the track, like, I don't want to fucking do this anymore. I hate this stuff. Like, this is not fun. I'm not enjoying myself. I'm miserable every time I get on the plane, every time I have to leave home. Like, I do not want to do this anymore. But I was already mid-season. I couldn't stop then. So I just was like, all right, I'm just going to push through this year. I know I'm going to retire at the end of the year. Like, just get through this, do it for the fan or for the sponsors, do it for the fans, do it for the mechanic and everybody who's putting in so many man hours to get me to the races. Like, I have to do it for them. Maybe I just need one good result, and maybe this will all change. Cause it was kind of like on this string of like 6th, 7th, 10th, like not great results where I wasn't like stoked on, it wasn't my best. And then I remember winning, the heat race at Denver Supercross. Like, Cooper and Eli were right behind me the whole time battling. Like, it was like one of those races where I was like, holy
I
shit.
remember
Like,
that race, dude.
Like, I'm going fast right now. Like, nobody's beating me. Like, this is like my time. And I remember going over the finish line, and I was like, that wasn't it. Like, that didn't do it for me. Like, I'd rather just go home right now. I don't want to line up for the main event. Yeah. And it was hard. Like, I was like, you know what, that right there tells me, like, I'm not, like, not cut out. I don't know if it's the right word, but just it's not my thing anymore. Like, I don't want to be here. I don't love this sport anymore. I love the sport. I don't love being in the sport. So, like, that was kind of like my moment, I'd say.